Yeah, I'm making this video about Dr. Phil. He always thinks that he can basically try to fix things, make things better for people. I got a challenge for him. I'd like him to try to fix the problems that I got. I don't think he can do it. I've always heard that he was a doctor. He's got some sort of form of education. Well, I don't think so. He always says that this is going to be a changing time in your life. But in some cases, I don't think he's changed much. There's a couple of transgender shows that were on there about one guy wanting to be a woman and the other was a young girl that wanted to be a woman that had some form of military mother. And he always says that the transgender person has to step up to the plate. They have to carry their own weight. Well, what about the parents? The one person, the father, was totally distraught. He's trying to put on a big show like, oh, this is hurting me. He doesn't understand anything. He's not willing to understand. I'll tell you, being a transgender is a very hard thing. I am one. I just completed my surgery 5 years ago. Totally happy. But like all the others that I've ever seen, the family has turned their back on me. Mine has to. Well, because of my mental illness, because of the way I want to live, my transgenderism. I'm the black sheep of the entire Dickerson family. But we get other people that are on his show, like that one where his teen son wanted to be a girl, and his father was just acting so distraught, like, oh my God, this is the end of my life type thing. And then there was one where a young person that had a military mom. I know military moms are supposed to be tough cookies. She was a soldier, she's got to be tough, but she doesn't have any idea what it's like to be a woman. She's always been on the front lines, in uniform, doing the military thing, but she has forgotten how to be a mother. And saying, "Oh, your father's not gonna like what you see." You know. There's other shows that I've watched, and sometimes I just feel like shutting the show down because it's useless. I imagine there was a show where he actually had somebody that was an alcoholic and put him on the show. And from what I heard, and probably from a very, very reliable source, that guy was actually sober when he showed up, and somehow he must have found a bottle of vodka somewhere and some pills, something in that line, and he came on the show drunk. Well, Dr. Phil, if he would have wanted to help that person, he would have helped him. And then there's other shows where people say things that he doesn't like, and he automatically says, well, I'm going to shut this down now. I don't think I have to hear this. Well, what's wrong with hearing the truth, Dr. Phil? You can't fix everybody. You have places you send these people, and sometimes I just think it's just a way to change their thought pattern instead of really listening to what the person has to say, trying to understand where they're coming from. Oh, it's easy. We'll just send a kid to a ranch somewhere. We'll put them somewhere, and then have the parents, get worked on too. The root of the problem is you can't send somebody away. That happened to me. I got put in the children's center because I wanted to live with my grandparents and not with my dad and abusive stepmother. I got abused twice. Once by my stepmother that I was forced to live with by my dad's orders. And then we had a children's service here in Canada. I'm not mentioning the real name of it, but they really screwed things up. They put me back into an abusive situation. No, after placement follow up, they never came to see how I was doing and asked me. And then somehow Dr. Phil thinks that he might be able to fix people. Well, ever since I was 6 months old, my mother walked out on me. I lived with my grandparents. Thank God for them. They were there and they loved me with all their heart. And then my selfish father took me away from them. And from there, I've been in nothing but eternal torment. Realizing at the age of 29 I had a mental illness. Never asked for it though, but it kind of snuck up and tapped me on the shoulder and became buddies with me. But I'll tell you, sure as hell ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to be a transgender. You have so many people that have got a one-track Christian thinking mind that, oh, that's a sin against the Almighty God. It isn't. Everything in this world that we have today is nothing but a sin against God. What the hell can we do? How can we please a God that hasn't even come to save his people? He's been so damn delinquent. Just like some of the parents I see on Dr. Phil. Honestly. Dr. Phil, you can't fix everybody. And if you can't stand a little criticism, maybe it's time that you, got out of the business. You can't just wave a magic wand and somebody's good, send them to a place so they can get therapy, when it's the parents that are the problem, not the child. I hope you watch this, Dr. Phil. And if you want to come to Canada, you want to come to my place, I'll challenge you to try to fix the problems that I have, because I don't think you've even got it in yet. Have a good day.